Hey everybody, good morning. Tuesday, the 23rd of May 2023. Now it's 10 to 4 about that. I was up early as usual today, 1 a.m. I went to bed around 9 p.m. and I had a good sleep. My health still healthy. Well, this morning I post something on Facebook as usual. Say hi to everybody. Good morning. Same thing, and check whose birthday today. And I just wish them their birthday. Let's see. Today, Tuesday, I'm still working. And about the topic today, just talk to everybody. I don't know yet. I'm not really preparing for a script. Same. Well, let's talk about my study life in both Thailand and the States. Same as there are many students, that came up to my mind about what I'm going to talk. Well, yesterday, two students, they are senior students in electronics, stopping by my office. Just one, John, let me know that he already got a job, Kubota. And the other one decided he would like to continue or pursue his study for master degree. And I said, great. Either to continue studying for higher, degree, that's good. Or if you want to go to work first, that's going to be good as well. Talking about the direction after you graduate from your study, what would you like to do? Well, of course, there are two main options. One, pursue your study for a higher degree, or get a job and go to work. Let's talk about working. Some students probably want to go to see the real world after they spent 4 years studying. They have to go through courseworks. They have to go through projects, laboratory, and so on. They probably want to go to get paid after their parents support them. So that's reasonable, as well. I start working when I got master degree in physics. For a bachelor degree, I did not go to get a job, anything, but I continue my study for master degree. That took 3 years. For students who want to pursue the master degree, of course, if you go for a PhD, that's going to take longer, at least 5 years. That's the average. So nowadays, it seems it's going to be shorter for you to graduate, for you to get a master degree, because you have so many medias. You have internet, and you can do research, from Google, and you start doing research. Of course, coursework, there's not so many courseworks as when you are studying bachelor degree. What you can learn, let's talk about if you pursue your higher education, well, you will focus on your research, that certainly, and you took some advanced courses uh, for master degree program. Some students can start doing research on the second year of the program, and then it might take about 1 year for you to finish your research, and you might have opportunities to go to a present paper abroad, and you will meet more people, at least your advisor, at least your professors, and you will be able to compare, for graduate study and undergrad study. That's the point. And after that, you might enjoy, working on research, and you can even pursue your study for PhD program. That might take another 3 years to 5 years. But you have opportunities to open your world wider. You may have chance to meet more people. But if you were to start working, of course you get paid. That make you happy, because you never make money. You just take money to pay for tuition fee, to pay for apartment, to pay for food, the cost of living. So you might want to experience with the environment of your workplace. So both of them, it's not both in the term of pursue your higher study and go to work. That's not bad. It depends on you or what you want to do. When you start working in companies, you will, just like you go to a new school, you will meet new friends at your workplace, and you need to go for training, of course, and then you will have opportunities to work on machines. In terms of, if you are engineer with high tech, and the products that's going out, for customers, and you have to be careful. You have to be concentrate on what you are working on. It's not just like you study. If you do the homework wrong, you can correct, and you can study, and you go to the final exam. You might do some mistake, and will affect your final grade. But when you're working, you will learn, of course, new things. But don't say that the background that you have studied so many courses in the university is not going to do anything at your workplace. It's not really, because when you study engineering for 4 years, you are building up your skills. What kind of skills? Skills to solve problems, skill to do some projects, and that means you will be able to overcome problems. It depends, how fast you learn. If you learn slow, when you start working, it might take time for you to analyze or to overcome problems in the companies, and that's the vital, because the product has to be in the customer hands, and they have some feedback if your company doing the great process or not, because customer, that they spend money, for your products, and you have to do the best for them. And if you learn fast, of course you can overcome problems fast. So you save your time. You can do something more, not um, just only stick around on your problems. Somebody might take 3 hours to overcome problems. Somebody might take days, to overcome problems. So that's the depend on how fast you learn from the school. So that's very important that you're not only taking coursework when you are studying just to get a good final grade. That's not it. Because you need to prepare, for your future working life. In the future, sooner or later, it will come. 4 years, it's very fast. You spend time on the campus. If you're not well prepared, think about it's going to be a long run for you to go to work. You might need to spend until you're 60 years old before you retire, or even some companies 55. So that's consider much longer time than you were study for undergrad program. So that's my advice. You need to learn as much as you can to prepare, for future working life. And then you may have opportunities to go for training abroad if you're lucky, but it depends on your position at that company. The opportunity for you to go for training abroad is mean that you work for international companies, and of course they need to update their products. They need to introduce new machines, and you need to go for training. You cannot avoid it. The good thing is that they pay extra money for you, to go for training. They pay you for the plane ticket. It's pay you for housing. Some companies even rent a car for you, and you have money, that's coming in the term of salary. But if you pursue your study for higher degree, you still need to pay money. You have no income. You have to pay for tuition fee. We know that. But think about for 2 years, you have much more opportunities. And when you start working, you probably start at a higher position in that company compared to undergrad program that you complete. And of course, you have more options in the term of what careers that you're going to choose to be. You can be a professor, you can be a teacher, you can work in a company. So think about for 2 years. That's kind of trade-off. A trade-off is mean that you have to pay for tuition fee, but the benefit that you will get is that you have another higher degree. Is that important for you to have a higher degree? Well, it depends on you. Somebody success, not even a graduate, just finish high school, they start working, they success. But it depends. That's why people are different. The way of thinking are different. So you need to, make a judgment. Talking about my life, when I studied undergrad program, physics, at that time, I want to be a lecturer at some universities. So I decided to continue my study for master degree in physics, the same field. After I spent 3 years, I complete my program, and now is my a turning point. Either I will be a lecturer or I go to work at a company. But that time I still would like to be a lecturer, so I make decision that I want to continue my study in the term of PhD program. But that will cost more money, and in my mind I want to go abroad to experience, cultures, experience different programs, especially in the term of engineering, because I graduated in physics, right? At the time, I applied to be a lecturer at one university in Thailand, and I was accepted. But I made decision that I will wait for scholarship. At the time, that's we're talking about more than 30 years ago. And I also was accepted to be an employer at the SCG, if I'm not wrong. It's about Thai cement company. Well, that company is that you will get a good start for your salary. But the interviewer, told me that, okay, you're in, but you know that you will not get promoted as engineer because your background is in science, so it's kind of slow. So I make decision I got better to go to work for a company, and I end up with a Seagate company that's working on a hard disk. I spent about 1 year over there, and finally the Thai government scholarship come. At the time, not so many people who took the exams to get a scholarship, because at that time the economy is great. You get a good pay when you start working in companies, and you know that if you accept the scholarship, you have obligations. It does mean that you have to come back to be a lecturer, and to be a lecturer for public university, you don't get a good pay. But if you go to work for companies, of course, you get a good pay. But at the time, this is my decision that I want to be a professor, I want to be a lecturer, and the government support you to go to study, of course. And then I decided to take that scholarship to go to study in the States or USA. So at the time, it's something like a new life. Even I got a master degree in physics, but this one I have opportunities to go to the States, USA. The second one is that I don't have to pay money. The government will support me. And the third one is that I switch from scientist to be engineer. And the fourth one is that I have my destination to be a professor at the university. Everything has been arranged. So that's why I say I'm very happy, and that's why I'm here now as the professor in the university. For me, when you are study a lot, money is not so important for you, but the happiness is come from that the work that you create, the work that you do for student, to guide them to have a good future. So that's my happiness. Some people might be happy about to have fancy cars, fancy house, but for me, I've been through so many things, so I've seen many things. I don't have to, take responsibility about to taking care of my house, to taking care of my, expensive car. But I just use my brain. I don't have to invest for anything. That means you just use your brain to create your work and do something for students and for society. So that's my happiness. So depend on, different people have different opinion, have different objectives. Well, so that's why it's kind of a turning point for a student who just graduated. And on November they will go for commencement. And I'm very happy. And now juniors going to be seniors. It's going just like life cycle that I have to be through. If I'm get bored, no, not at all. I'm still happy, enjoy working, enjoy writing books, enjoy writing articles, and post something on the video and post on YouTube. And I will keep doing this until I retire. That's going to be in what, 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. That means 2026 I will retire. But I'm still working. Your brain's still working, so you can create more and more things. Okay, so just a little bit for today. The main point, just say hi to everybody. Yesterday is Monday, Friday is coming soon, and weekend. It's just like time cycle. Okay, have a good Tuesday, everybody. Take care.